Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel where today we're going to be doing another Green Bay Packers mock draft, now only 2 weeks away from the NFL draft. Time is flying to see 32 names be called in the first round for the NFL dreams to come true. And so this is going to be a full 7-round Packers mock draft. PFF updated their rankings the other day, so there's a lot of shakeup here, potential players the Packers could get. Now, PFF is nowhere near what NFL teams have on their big boards. This is just a fun tool to have some discussion with who will be a good fit for the teams. And so let's go ahead and get started. But before we do that, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's go ahead and enter the mock draft here. So go ahead and start the draft. And down here at pick number 23, we have 3 interesting candidates for me to look at. We have Luther Burns III out of Missouri. We spent a lot of time talking about him on the channel. I think he'd be a very good, versatile player for the Packers to have. Had a good 2023 season, good, decent contest catch rate, good drop rate, good Gary Gray against man coverage last year in 2024. Coming off an amazing 2023. 5-tool position player, well-rounded player, can go all over the field. He does have some character concerns, which could knock him down some draft board for some people. If you still want to go wide receiver, there is Emeka Egbuka, who I've been warming up to a lot here recently. Good receiving grade, good yards per route run, good catch rate, good grade against man coverage. Had a 1,000-yard receiving year in 2024, and 2022 also had a 1,000-yard receiving season. Did not have a great 2023, so that's a little interesting there. But 6'1", 205. People say, oh, he's only a slot guy. No, he can play all over the field. Very good, versatile receiver here. So I think that Egbuka could be a good fit for the Packers here. But they wanted to go defensive line as well. There's also Kenneth Grant out of Michigan for that really, really good Michigan Wolverines teams. Really good run defender. 87.5 run defense grade in the Big Ten. A 9.4% pass rush win rate for a D-line is really good. Good run stop rate. Good pass rush grades all over. 6'3", 339 pounds. Pure nose tackle. Very quick for his size as well, so that is a very good as well. Very aggressive. Strength to dominate single blocks would be an awesome addition to our D-line here as well. So I'm between Kenneth Grant and Emeka Egbuka. But for me, I think right now, wide receiver is our biggest need. We need to have more guys in that room because Christian Watson is out for the year. Romeo Doubs is 1 concussion away from being out for the year. And those 2 are on expiring contracts. So basically, we just have Jaden Reed and Ontavian Wicks as reliable guys. And they had drop issues last year. We don't know if they're going to fix that. So I'm going to go with Emeka Egbuka here out of Ohio State. But I will not be upset if the Packers took Kenneth Grant because I think he'd be an awesome defensive force. So I'm going to take Egbuka here at pick number 23. Then we go down to pick 54. And, there are some potential guys here that I like. Because Jaden Higgins went earlier. Maxwell Harrison went earlier as well, and so did Trey Amos. But there are 2 corners here that I really, really like. But both have injury concerns. There's Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame. Really, really good player. Really fluid player. But is coming off of a major hip injury, which could affect his abilities there. So, smooth man coverage, cornerback, good instincts. So, good outside corner role and man covers about any system. So, he's an outside man guy, which the Packers do need. Because we still have no clue what we're doing with Jair Alexander. No clue at all. We got Nick Hobbs. I think he's a good signing. Carrington Valentine would be good as well. But this is a good guy. Good. We did have an off 2024 again due to injury, but kind of good 2023 and 2022. Had 6 interceptions in 2022 as like a pure man corner. So hip injury is very, very much a concern for him. So that is something to be worried about here as well. But there's also another corner here that I also really, really like. Shaven Revel out of East Carolina. Now, also had an injury coming off a torn ACL. But that is a lot less worrisome to me than the hip injury for Benjamin Morrison. 1, it happened way earlier in the year. 2, of all signs have pointed he's made a full recovery. He has tested pretty darn well. And his measurables are absolutely insane. Athletic alien to draft and develop. Great physical gifts. needs to learn how to kind of like become smarter at that position. But with his like pure skills, he is an absolutely insane. So had a really good 2023. Was off to a great start in 2024 until the injury took him out. But I think he is an amazing corner prospect here. He's a guy who, if he hits, he's going to be a dominant corner in the league. That's how good Shavon Revel is. And so that's who we're going to take here at pick number 54. Shavon Revel, the corner out of East Carolina. He's just too good. So now we're here at pick number 87. Jalen Royals, Trey Harris, and Jalen Noel. All guys I could see him play for the Packers here at pick 87. But looking at this board, Kevin Winston Jr. is a really good... He only played 2 games, but still gross. There's also Oluwafemi Oladejo, because we do need to get some additions to our defensive line. He's not the splashiest guy in the world. I know. The board didn't really fall to get one of those splashy guys in the first 2 rounds. But Oluwafemi Oladejo looks to be a very solid prospect. Coming off 2 good seasons at UCLA. Had over 600 defensive snaps last year, 325 defensive pass rush snaps. Only had 19 hurries, but had 7 sacks. A 10.6 pass rush win rate. But really good at but not a great pass rush winner, but a really good run stop rate as well for him as an outside tackle here. 6'3", 250 pounds, so he can move around a lot. He improved every single year. He played majority snaps, so he did win a majority of his pass rush snaps at the Senior Bowl, which is very good. Inexperienced pass rusher because he only had like 1 full year starting, but has extreme athleticism. He's got good arms, good positional versatility. He's a guy I think the Packers could take here in the 3rd round to be a very good prospect for them. And just have another guy in the depth as well. He can basically replace Kingsley Enagbare as our 3rd guy right away. And so let's go take Oluwafemi Oladejo here at edge rusher here. Then we move on down to pick 124. And I think we're going to take another receiver here. Kyle Williams has been shooting up draft boards recently, and for very good reason. Coming out of Washington State, great, not the highest level of competition. Had a really good 2024. Had 70 receptions for over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. Look at these dots here. 82.1 receiving grade, a 2.71 yards per route run, a contested catch rate of 62.5, a grade versus man coverage of almost 90, and a decent drop rate as well. That is exactly what the Packers need. A guy who can contest the catches and be good against man coverage. He's 6 foot 186, so a bit lighter for the Packers on terms of their size, but he has the height. I like him a lot. I really like him here. There's no one really around this range that I really want to take. So I'm going to take Kyle Williams, the wide receiver out of Washington State here at pick 124. And then we go to pick 159. And there's a couple of prospects here that I like. There is Robert Longerbeam out of Rutgers is some guy who I've been kind of keeping my eye on here in the late rounds. 71.2 grade last year. Did give 2 touchdowns, but also had 2 interceptions. 73.3 passer rating against. Had 10 forced incompletions as well. 73.6 coverage grade. Decent in man. Decent in zone. Did have a high completion percentage against him, but he's 5'11", 178, so he's got some athleticism there. He's a guy the Packers could take here at pick 159 as well. And there's also Elijah Huzzie, who I like as well here late rounds. He's got better peripherals here for coverage grade. Played in the ACC. 5'10", 195, so he's got a bit more bulk, so more likely to be a run stopper as well. We know the Packers like the corners who can contribute in a run. I mean, look at what Keyshawn Nixon does in a run defense game. Jair when he's healthy as well. He's a corner, but also has experience in the slot, so he's a guy actually. Let's go and take Elijah Huzzie here at pick 159. I think he'd be a good player for the Packers to have in their locker room, in that corner room as well. So now pick 198. I'm looking to add to our defensive line again. This time in terms of defensive lineman Ty Robinson. Really good pass rush grade last year. Good run defense grade. Good run stop rate. Good pass rush rate for a D tackle. Pretty versatile. Can play almost anywhere on the defensive line. He is 6'6", 310 pounds. So he is a monster on the interior line. Had 6 sacks last year on 25 hurries. And he had a massive jump in improvement between 2023 and 2024 for Nebraska. And he's a guy I think in the late rounds going to be a pretty solid TJ Slayton replacement along our defensive line. And just a guy who can just be a big body to take up room there. So let's go ahead and take Ty Robinson here, defensive lineman out of Nebraska. And then at pick number 237 here, we got some options here for late round potential. There is Jordan Hancock out of Ohio State as a safety. Good coverage grade, good run defense grade for safety. He has some slot versatility, also plays deep, play all over the field, 6'1", 195. Could be just a good guy to have in our secondary room potential as well. There's also Kanata Mumpfield. We want to take another wide receiver. Just a very consistent guy for Pitt. Good receiving grade. Not a great yards per round, but good contested catch rate. 6'1", 185 potential there. There's also Andrew Armstrong out of Arkansas, who, oh yeah, he's a bit of an old guy. He's 24 years old here as a redshirt senior. 6'4", 202. That is a Packers body there. But look at these receiving grades. 89.4, 2.81 yards per route run, 62.1 contested catch rate, 83.3 grade versus man coverage, low drop rate. In 11 games, had 78 receptions for 1,140 yards. Only had one touchdown, but had a good 2022 as well. We're taking this guy just for his profile alone as a 6'4". At the very minimum, he could be a really good blocking wide receiver for the Packers. And we're going to take Andrew Armstrong here, wide receiver out of Arkansas. And I think we're going to go on ahead and we're going to take Jordan Hancock, the safety out of Ohio State, just to add more to our secondary room. This late in the draft doesn't really matter who you take. Had good grades these past few seasons. Did have 5 missed tackles last year, but improved from 2023. Again, very versatile defender here. Very versatile defender, which I think Jeff Hafley would love to have. So it looks like Jordan Hancock here at pick 250 for the Green Bay Packers. So here's our draft. Round 1, we took Emeka Egbuka to be a really good receiver for us. Then we took Siobhan Revelle and Oluwafemi Oladejo to add to our defense. We took Kyle Williams out of Washington State for another receiver. Elijah Huzzie, corner out of North Carolina. Ty Robinson, defensive lineman out of Nebraska. Andrew Armstrong, the 6'4" behemoth out of Arkansas as a late round flyer and wide receiver. Then Jordan Hancock, safety out of Ohio State. That is my draft here. I think this is a very solid draft. It addresses basically all the Packers' needs. I would have liked to maybe added in a offensive lineman here, but our needs were wide receiver, defensive line, and corner, and we addressed that here very much so in this draft. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.